Most people believe they can just work more hours and they'll eventually earn more money. While that's true, like with overtime at your job and things like that, but the problem with that thinking is time is limited. You can only work so much, right? There's only 24 hours in a day. You can't create more of it. And once it's gone, it's gone. And not only that, we get sick, we get tired, we get older, we get injured. Things happen in life. Our loved ones, we may have emergencies where we need to travel. We may need to remove ourselves from our jobs. So when you do that, your income stops, right? So if your income depends entirely on your time, your income is capped. And that's why trading time for money in the beginning is okay, but it fails long term. It's fine when you're starting out, but eventually you'll hit a ceiling. You can't work 30 hours in a day, right? There's only 24. You can't work forever either. And you definitely can't outwork time. The solution isn't working harder, it's working smarter. It's building income that isn't directly tied to your hours. And that's where dividend investing comes in. That's where investing in general comes in. Assets that produce income, whether you're working or not, whether you're asleep, whether you're enjoying a holiday, whether you're on travel. Dividend paying investments are an example of this. They don't replace work overnight, but over time, they reduce how much your life depends on trading dollars or trading hours for dollars, right? Like right now, for me, I have enough dividend income that it allows me to work part time at work. And that right there is a blessing. So if you aren't there yet, I want to encourage you to continue down the path. And I know there's plenty of people that actually don't even work anymore. Like they actually are retired based solely on their dividend portfolio, which is amazing. It's an amazing goal, and congratulations to all those people. They understood at an earlier time than some other people, or they had the type of capital that they could deploy into their portfolio. But we all can do it. I mean, even if you generated another $200 a month in dividends, how could that change your life? So again, your dividends don't replace work overnight, but over time, they can reduce how much your life depends on your labor only. So now that we got that out the way, I want to walk you through my dividend portfolio and show you how it's helping me break away from the time for money trap. Before I get started, Happy New Year and hope you have a prosperous 2026. Hope we all have a prosperous 2026. My portfolio sits at $144,949 as of today. Market gain of $11,011.44, with the dividends earned sitting at $45,538.96. Now, this is for the life of my portfolio, which I started in 2019. The year just started, so let's take a look at year to date. I have a market gain of $1,774.14. Dividends earned as of 2026, only $44. I got some dividends coming in today and a lot more for the rest of the month. So total gain is at $1,818.14. So pretty good. I want to get this market gain up. I didn't like how the year ended last year, or I didn't like 2025 at all. Like I was actually doing a little too much yield chasing. So that kind of affected my NAV for my entire portfolio. So I'm going to change that. I made some changes late in the year last year, and I will implement those throughout 2026. So these are my two averages for 2025. This is my yearly average. I generated $1,458 a month on average. And for the last 6 months of the year, if you take that and average that out, I generated $1,918 a month. So one thing's for certain, it was going up and going in the right direction. December was a little inflated because I've received some end of the year distributions from some of my ETFs, kind of like a bonus distribution here and there. So it bumped up my distributions to well over $2,000 for the month. So they kind of bumped up this average. So I'm kind of curious to see what the next few months are going to hold. And for 2026, I have three goals. One is to increase my portfolio by investing in growth. increase my portfolio value. Forgot the word value there. And by investing in growth, like I said earlier, 2025, my portfolio didn't grow much, um, minus dividends. So I want to make sure that I also have some growth in my portfolio as well. If that means I got to be a little more conservative on the dividend side, I'm for that. Um, I don't want to lose money. I want to. I'm fine with a little loss, but some of my investments last year were pretty off the chain. I was losing quite a bit of money, but the yield was high, and that just didn't sit right with me. Number two is I'm going to live out of my brokerage by investing all earned income. Right now, I'm investing around 60% of my earned income. I'm going to bump that up and try to do 100%, because when you pay your bills with your earned income, right? Like, so you get your paycheck or you get however you get paid, whether you're driving Uber or whatever you're doing, right? So you take that money that you traded your time for, and then you pay that bill. That money's gone. It's forever gone. But if you invest that money and then borrow against that to pay your bills, your money is still in play, because eventually that borrowed money that you pay, that you use to pay your expenses, that can eventually get paid off by your dividends. So, and then once that's paid off, you still have that paycheck that you generated from 3 months ago. It's grown, and or it's paying you monthly, quarterly, or however, whatever you invest in, however you invest it. And in some cases weekly, right? There's a bunch of weekly dividends, neos, roundhill. So it may feel weird at first because it's so unconventional, but that's how you need to move, or at least that's how I'm moving. I'm not giving out any advice. I'm doing what I feel I need to do to increase my wealth, and I'm being transparent. And if it works for me, great. Maybe you want to implement some of my strategies in your life. Number three, my third goal for the year is to increase dividend distribution income to over 2.5K a month. That will put me in a great spot to focus more on growth in my portfolio, because I'm going to do a certain amount of my income is going to go towards growth, and the other part of my income is going to go towards income. Once I hit that 2.5K on average a month, that'll be a great place to be at, and for me to take off, so to speak. That's just a goal of mine. You may have a goal of a different number, but 2.5K a month will definitely pay down any margin that I borrow, because I'm definitely not using over 2.5K a month um, in expenses. Right now, I generate enough income to pay all my household bills, but not my household bills plus rent. But I'll get there eventually. So that's it for 2026. These goals may change throughout the year, or there may be an addition to my goals. So I'll keep you posted. What about you? You got any goals for 2026? Do you have a can't miss investment in the stock market that you want to share with me? Because I'm learning from you guys as well. Um, I don't have all the answers. I definitely don't have all the answers. I made a lot of mistakes in the market. I've lost money. I've also gained money. So anything that I can learn from you, the listeners, I would highly appreciate it. And if you like this video, hit that like and subscribe button. This is episode number 1 with Dividends with Said. And until episode 2, peace.